Well, the left is losing their minds over President Trump bringing order to D.C., cracking down on rampant crime by federalizing the police force and deploying the National Guard. But as always, the Democrats have to find a way to resist 47, even if it means siding with the criminals. Some liberals are desperate to spin his crime cleanup as somehow racial.
You may recall at the Democratic convention, I spoke one evening and I said that Project 2025 is Jim Crow 2.0.
This president is trying to lead us into what could be called a civil war.
I have talked about the fact that the Nazis in Germany in the 30s tore down a constitutional republic in just 53 days. It does not take much, frankly, and we have a president who seems hell-bent on doing just that.
The liberal media was somehow more ridiculous. One D.C. resident telling the Washington Post that the city is safe, but they wanted to remain anonymous saying that over concerns of personal safety. And others in the press are pushing the absurd narrative that there's no crime in D.C.
Donald Trump is using rhetoric and playing on the real fears that some people have because of what they've seen on the news.
Be simply a media event to say that the president is concerned about crime.
When I go to D.C., I'm not afraid of losing my wallet so much as I'm afraid of losing my vote.
I'm trying to hold my temper. We have to understand this, Chris, within the context of Donald Trump's racial politics.
People are one beat away from saying super predators. Yeah. It feels familiar.
Maybe it's that he really enjoys using U.S. military force against American civilians on American soil.
And I regret to inform you that the liberals are once again singing to stop the D.C. crime crackdown. Check out this protest.
D.C. is our home. You can't have it wrong. D.C. is our home. You can't have it wrong.
But just blocks from where that protest took place, a man was found shot and killed, making him the 100th homicide this year. That's the thing, Greg. The libs are so absurd, like it's laughable, but there's nothing laughable about the D.C. crime rate and the fact that President Trump is now coming in and going to change it.
You know, we start this show so many times with the left is losing their minds. Can they please just lose their voice? You know, I would rather hear RFK sing the banana song than listen to them. Why do Democrats think singing is a solution for fixing things? Thank God they're not airplane mechanics or pediatric neurosurgeons, because people would actually literally die. So this is like mass deportations, where the announcement of the policy does most of the heavy lifting. Criminals see the extra attention paid to criminality and they lose the incentive to create crime. And then it stops. And what does that show you? It shows you how you've been lied to by Democrats forever. Crime is a choice. It's not caused by anything but the lack of will to stop it. When you engage your will to stop it, it goes away. There is no root cause if you can stop it with the threat of punishment. It's not out of your control like you have this criminal tick where, I've got to loot. No, it's only done because there's no disincentive. So I think what's scary to the Dems is not the military. It's the fact that they know this is going to work and that it's already working, just like deportation. What are they going to do? And if it works there, think about all the other cities, Chicago, Baltimore, D.C. All of a sudden, you could see a change. And the charlatans who are in charge, you know, they're not going to be able to keep padding their nest and stay in power. Think about how the corruption is the system. It's not a bug in the system. When Lori Lightfoot leaves and is replaced by Brandon Johnson, it tells you that the power structure exists mainly for power's sake. It's not about providing service. It's only about one's own survival, and they have no accountability. So what Trump does is like what he did with deportation. He goes, you know what? They're not doing their job. I'll do it.
And he'll do it on behalf of those residents that everyone else claimed to always be speaking for. They're always speaking for this communities. He's the one that's actually doing it.
Well, and in Washington, D.C., one of the things that happens is your head's always on a swivel. You're like, oh, you can't go down that street, you can't go down that street. And then, so maybe some I understand that they can look at a statistic and say, well, now crime is down, except for I do think it's pretty curious that you have somebody who was high up in the D.C. Police Department now on leave because he was falsifying crime stats. And we saw this in The Wire. If you watched it, this was like a whole big story, and it was a good one. Also, the way that they do Washington, D.C., the way they divide it up, it's in wards. And wards 7 and 8 are where you have the highest crime. That's also where you have 90 to 93% black and 91 to 92% the poorest and the black. So presumably, if you want to stop crime and help those neighborhoods, you would do something like this. And I do think they're afraid it's going to work because you could imagine somebody in Denver going, I haven't been downtown in years. I would love to go in and go see a play. I would love to go see the Rockies play, except I know they stink. But, you know, in theory, you would want to go downtown and enjoy some of the new things. The new Union Station there is beautiful. But if you are not comfortable taking the light rail to go down there, or you can't find parking, you don't want to walk there after dark, then you won't want to do this. So I do think that that could happen.
Dana,
what?
Do you know what ward is most dangerous for the knife attacks? Ward Cleaver.
And you know, I can't top it. I can't top it. I'll end it there.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.